Every Cinderella story, there's a moment that you can point to in the years gone by and say, that is where it all began. That's when it became real. And that was when Sammy Hagar, pulling out of the event in San Antonio, you step in last minute, you had your own guitars, but it was all hired in kit. And from that moment on, you never looked back. That was it. It was the touch paper had been lit. Everything from that moment on was just 100 miles an hour. But what a moment.
Yeah, Tim, it was incredible, really, because we were not ready for prime time. I mean, we were still, like a fledgling band playing, at that point, the biggest thing we'd ever play is probably like 1,000 seats or 1,500 seats or something like that. And the Municipal Auditorium was 5,500. It's burned down now, but, that was a big leap. Plus it was a leap into Texas where we'd never been. And, we were thinking, oh, well, there might be a lot of ticket refunds when Sammy, he bailed out on the promoter. I mean, he did us a huge favor when he did that. He went to open for Kiss at Madison Square Garden. The promoter called us because we were getting all this airplay. And it's a fairy tale story. And he said, well, you come down here. And I said, we were like, well, won't you have to give a bunch of refunds? And they went, we don't think so. Like, your record is just like knocking it out of the park here in San Antonio. We think that, we may give a few refunds, but we also get some uptake. It's hard to say. The darn thing sold out clean. There wasn't one seat available. We went down there. We're scared to death because, like I said, we're way over our heads at this point. But from the minute we walked on stage to the minute we left stage was like two different bands, because when we're in the dressing room before we go on, we're kind of scared to death. Well, we've never done this before. I hope we don't screw it up. And then when we came off, after the place was going crazy and encores and everything like that, and we're in the dressing room, this is the first time we ever played a big venue, or biggest at that point it was, and we realized it worked. Suddenly the proof's in the pudding, just like that in one show. And then all of a sudden your confidence level goes through the roof. And all of a sudden, playing, venues of that size, let's say, didn't really mean much. And it was just like rinse and repeat.